As the Spartans battle Normandale. Rochester and Rainy River play at 1 tomorrow. Anoka Ramsey and Brainerd at 6:30, and Mankato, Bethany, and Vermilion at 8:30. Well, we're going to meet the Spartans with Fritz Skinner starting at a guard spot. 6'3", a sophomore. Fritz out of Fergus Falls High School. Chris Mace out of Crosby Ironton, the point guard. 6-foot freshman, number 15. Forward spot, Aaron Grove, number 33. 6'4" freshman out of Long Prairie High School. But for Eagle, of course. Ryan Retzlaff, number 41, a 6'4" freshman. Starting at a post, along with Todd Freilich, 6'6" sophomore, number 51. Just Freilich and Skinner are sophomores on this team. The rest of the Spartans are all freshmen. So not a lot of familiar faces from last year's state tournament, of course. Just Skinner and Freilich, who had third spot. From Minneapolis Southwest, 6'2", sophomore, Tony Morrow, averaging 12 points a game. Number 20 is Pat Harbin, a 6'4" sophomore. He is out of Minneapolis. Number 30 is 6-foot freshman Rod Johnson from Memphis, Tennessee. From Minneapolis Roosevelt is where Pat Harbin is from. Andrew Dahl, a 6'4" freshman, number 42. And the fifth starter is James Bonner, a 6'4" freshman, number 52, from Milledgeville, Georgia. There you have the starting lineup for Minneapolis Community College under Jay Pivick in his 5th year. He has 5 sophomores: Tony Morrow, Pat Harbin, Tim Hurley, Jason Staples, and Jonathan Schultz. The rest are freshmen. Ron Gates, Greg Wheeler, and Chris Juergens are the assistant coaches for Minneapolis Community College. And, of course, Rick Oden assists Dave Retzlaff at Fergus Falls Community College. I want to take this time also to congratulate those individuals who have been named to the All-North Division team. They include sophomore Fritz Skinner and freshman Ryan Retzlaff from Fergus Falls Community College. And there are 3 All-South Division players on the court today for Minneapolis: Tony Morrow, Andy Dahl, and James Bonner. And they are all out there as we get this game rolling. Retzlaff will jump against Bonner at the center circle at the Minneapolis Community College. And this state tournament is underway, and Minneapolis controls the tip with Pat Harbin. He'll set it up to Rod Johnson, who handles the point. Johnson, the 6-foot freshman point guard, being picked up by Mace. Mace playing off him defensively. Tony Morrow on the left side of the floor, giving it back to Rod Johnson. Minneapolis very patient right now in their offense. To the top of the key, Andrew Dahl, picked up by Grove. The shot clock is down to 10. They enter it along the lane. The bank shot is good by Tony Morrow, who did a nice job positioning himself in low. Now the full court pressure, and the Spartans with Grove firing it ahead to Skinner. Nice job executing that press break, and here's Skinner missing off the rim. The rebound is tipped and controlled by Minneapolis as Andrew Dahl picks it up. He went up over Ryan Retzlaff to get that board. Spartans with a nice job the first trip up the floor to break the pressure. Roderick Johnson will set it, throws it left side to Harbin, back to Johnson. He'll back up on the dribble. They're posting James Bonner down low on the right side of the lane, and Freilich is all over the back of him. Here's Morrow for 3. It's off the iron. The rebound on the weak side comes to Aaron Grove. A couple of dribbles, and now Grove starts out of the backcourt with it. He'll pass it off to Freilich out on the wing. Looks to the top to Mace. Left side to Grove. Grove wanted to go into Retzlaff, but he's being denied by Pat Harbin. Here's Mace having a little trouble with the ball on the right side of the floor. Looks back to Fritz Skinner. Shot clock at 15. Skinner is being guarded by Morrow. Gets a screen from Freilich. Hits Grove. Kicks it in. Retzlaff turning baseline. Overshoots the basket. And the rebound comes down to Tony Morrow. Morrow up the right side of the floor against Skinner. Looks back to Johnson. Johnson fires it across the floor to Pat Harbin. Back out to Roderick Johnson. Now Morrow on the right side. The 6'2 sophomore pulls it up in the corner. Back out top to James Bonner. Spartans playing man-to-man. And now they're posting Andrew Dahl up high at the free throw line. Dahl comes out to take the pass. We're down to 5 seconds on the shot clock, and Dahl's going to let it fly, and he switches it in. So Minneapolis has the first 2 hoops of the ball game. And again, the Spartans face that full court press. Good job breaking it once again. 2 passes and they're into the front court. Mace double teamed. Lob pass inside. Skinner, left hand off the glass. Doesn't roll in for him. Well, that was a beautiful setup, but Fritz didn't get the roll. Minneapolis brings it out. Right side in the corner, spotting for the 3, and it's good. Pat Harbin with a 3 from the right corner, and the Spartans are off to a slow start. They're in the hole, 7-0. There's a first turnover. Off that press, Minneapolis picks up the ball, and we've got a walk. Back-to-back turnovers for each team. 17:22 to go, opening half. Spartans trail 7-0. Freilich gets it into Mace. Back across to Skinner. Now Fritz will give it to Freilich. Takes it over the line, right side of the floor. Guns it down low. Retzlaff, baseline penetration, takes it up, and we've got an offensive foul on Ryan Retzlaff. He went in with the elbow. And Ryan has the first foul of the ball game. And that's a turnover against the Spartans, and the Marauders will bring in their first substitution. Rashad Rich, a 5'7" freshman, number 10, in at the point for Rod Johnson. Spartans have played almost 3 minutes without the benefit of a point. They trail 7-0 here to the Marauders in the opening game of the state tournament. Rashad Rich, right side, cutting into the lane against Mace, kicks it back out. Beyond the three-point arc, the shot won't drop. The rebound goes to Freilich. Pat Harbin had the open shot. Here's a pass up the floor from Skinner, deflected away. Boy, I'll tell you what, Rashad Rich, for being 5'7", got way up on that one. Here's Retzlaff converting off a feed up the lane from Skinner. Nice assist for Fritz. And Ryan with an easy lay-in underneath to get the Spartans on the board. It took them about 3 minutes and 20 seconds to get their first points. Spartans trailing 7-2. Here in the early goings of the opening game of the state tournament. Pass along the lane off the hands of James Bonner and out of bounds. Marauders turned over for the second time. David Holman, a 6-foot freshman, will check in now for the Marauders. Talking with Jay Pivick for a few minutes before the start of this game, getting his starters and talking a little about his squad, he mentioned that this starting lineup that he has in the book for tonight, or for today, is the same one that he's used in all 21 previous games. They do use their bench. They have some good depth, but the starters have remained the same all year. Here's Mace. Working the dribble, having trouble with it. Now picks up the loose ball, double teamed ahead to Freilich. Back to Mace. Mace is going to try that long 3. It's off the iron. Good board by Retzlaff, but he couldn't handle it. Boy, Ryan went up high in a crowd and came up with the ball on the tips of his fingers, but then it slipped away and went out of bounds. 4 minutes gone in the opening half. It's 7-2 in favor of Minneapolis. Ben Amundsen is getting ready to check in. Top of the key, Tony Morrow gives it off to David Holman. Back out, penetrating. Now Holman takes the bounce pass from Rashad Rich off the heel with his shot, and Ryan Retzlaff has the defensive board. And Ryan will bring it out of the backcourt himself. He starts to, then stops, and then passes off to Grove, who kicks it ahead to Freilich. Into the corner, Skinner. Into Retzlaff's side of the lane, takes a dribble, goes up, has it blocked, and he's fouled, and Ryan's going to shoot a couple of free throws. And that foul on Andrew Dahl is his first, and it's also the first team foul against Minneapolis. And we'll see the first free throws of the tournament as Ryan Retzlaff goes to the line. Mike Rowe comes in. Chris Mace will come out. Ben Amundsen is into the ball game, and Todd Freilich gets his first breather. So the Spartans have Rowe and Skinner, Amundsen and Retzlaff, and Grove on the floor. Here's Ryan Retzlaff with the free throw, hitting it. So Ryan has all 3 of the Spartans' points. They trail 7-3. Minneapolis scored the first 7 points of the ball game. And now the Spartans in and out on the second one. Spartans have come back with 3 straight to make it a 4-point lead for Minneapolis. On the drive, Rashad Rich dishing, and the bank shot at the baseline will drop for James Bonner. Minneapolis putting on that full court pressure. They break it again. Skinner to Rowe. Back to Skinner. Ball knocked away. Spartans cough it up, and now they get it right back. That's twice we've seen turnovers occur in that situation where the Spartans will turn it over and then get it right back on a violation by Minneapolis or a turnover. Retzlaff, baseline drive, doesn't drop, gets his own board in the paint, has the ball knocked away, gets it back, puts it in the air, count it, and Ryan's going to the free throw line. Boy, Ryan going after those boards. And the foul is on number 52, James Bonner. Good aggressive play on the boards by Ryan Retzlaff, and it pays off with a hoop and a free throw. 9-5, all 5 points the Spartans have been scored by Ryan. Now the free throw attempt to try to convert the three-point play. And it is off, no good. It's tipped out of bounds by Minneapolis, and the Spartans will get it. So they maintain possession, even though the free throw was missed, as it was off the hands of Andrew Dahl. Grove will pass it out to Skinner. It's batted away and out of bounds at midcourt. So now the Spartans will put it in play from the midcourt stripe. Here's Grove to pass it in right on the Spartan side of the midcourt stripe. Into the backcourt it comes to Skinner. Right side to Rowe. Gives it back to Skinner. Fritz is being guarded closely by Rashad Rich. He's little, but he's quick. Into the corner to Grove. Cuts in toward the lane. Rowe getting the feed. Looks inside. Retzlaff's there. Turns to his left. What a beautiful move by Ryan Retzlaff as he just burned the defender. And now bouncing the ball off his foot and out of bounds is Rashad Rich. And they're going to say it went off the foot of Mike Rowe. So the ball belongs to the Marauders. It's 9-7. Minneapolis leads it by 2. Spartans fighting back from a 7-0 deficit in this game. Trailing by just 2. David Holman will throw it in. Kelvin Taylor is in for the first time for Minneapolis. He wears number 40. 6'8" freshman trying to battle the inside game that Retzlaff has shown. Uncontested basket by Tony Morrow as they were able to spot him open underneath. Amundsen puts it in Skinner's hands in the backcourt. Looks back to Ben Amundsen. We got 2 seconds to get it over the line, and they do. Here's Grove. Across the floor to Skinner. Three-pointer is open. Skinner puts it in the air, rattles around, no good, and the rebound controlled by Tony Morrow. Up the right side and through the hands of James Bonner on that play, and Jay Pivick did not like that play. He's telling his guard, Rashad Rich, to slow it down, don't make that pass. 13:58 to go, first half. 11-7. The Spartans trail by 4, and again they face the full court pressure. Amundsen takes the pass. Double teamed, puts it to the floor, fires it ahead to Skinner. Oh, Fritz, a little hesitant, could have gotten that ball to Ryan Retzlaff in great shape. Now Ryan misses the turnaround. Spartans had virtually a 3-on-1 situation there, but Fritz didn't pick it up quickly enough. Here's Rashad Rich. Left side of the floor, they work it, now gun it inside. Retzlaff breaks it up, and it's out of bounds off Ryan. Minneapolis will throw it in underneath the offensive basket. 24 on the shot clock, 13:34 to play in the first half. Spartans down by 4, 11-7. They have not led, we have not been tied. On the inbounds, Morrow gets open, missed the shot, tips it up off the glass, and Rowe is there to get it. He's double teamed, gets rid of it now to Skinner. Skinner double teamed to the backcourt, finds Amundsen into the front court on the left side, cuts into the lane. Amundsen all the way, and he's fouled by Rashad Rich. And that will be team foul number 3 against Minneapolis. Rich has his first personal. So Rich, Dahl, and Bonner all with a foul here in this opening half. That's the 3 for Minneapolis. Ryan Retzlaff will get a rest. Chris Mace will come in. Todd Freilich is back in. And Aaron Grove will sit for the first time. Skinner, left-hand corner. Spartans down by 4. Freilich gives to Mace. Mace is guarded by Rich. Swings it to Rowe. Left side, cuts in. Baseline on the drive, and a charge. Both of the Spartans' fouls in this opening half have been charging. And you have to give credit where credit is due there. A good job by James Bonner, who got in position in the lane. And Rowe couldn't stop. Here's James Bonner, right side of the floor. Cuts into the paint, puts the soft touch up and in. Bonner with 4, and Minneapolis now up by 6 at 13-7. Up the floor, Rowe, really jammed, a one-hand jam. The Spartans break that press with a big pass up the floor, and Rowe finishes. 13-9, a 4-point lead now for Minneapolis. Here's a now long-range jumper by Rashad Rich, and he has 2. Now against the pressure, Skinner ahead to Mace. Across the floor, it goes to Rowe. Takes a dribble, then sets it to Freilich, who gives to Skinner at the top. Looks right side to Rowe. Drives into the lane. Rowe takes it underhand up the lane and hits it. Nice job by Mike Rowe. So Mike Rowe has his second hoop. And it's 15-11. Mike has really made some great progress here the last few weeks, his freshman year at Fergus Falls Community College. Giving the Spartans some great play off the bench. Left side of the floor. Pat Harbin brings it back to Rod Johnson. Now Harbin to Morrow. Foot was on the line. It's a 2. Morrow has 6. 17-11. The lead is 6. Skinner passes off to Amundsen. Into the middle to Mace. Right side feed to Rowe. Rowe beyond the three-point arc. Sets it back to Mace. Gives it to Rowe. Now Mike gives it to Mace again, and he's going to take the long 3, and it's off the front of the rim, no good. We've got a foul away from the ball coming on Ben Amundsen. Amundsen with his first personal. That's team foul number 3. Against the Spartans, we're even in the team foul category. The lead is 6 points right now for Minneapolis Community College at 17-11. Their biggest lead has been a 7-point advantage, which they had right away with the first 7 points of the game. Rod Johnson with the basketball. They swing it left side of the floor to Harbin. Harbin driving in, puts the 18-footer up off the heel. The rebound controlled by Minneapolis. The putback, no. Another offensive board in the paint. And losing the handle on the ball. Here's the shot off the heel. Another offensive board, and this time there's a foul after the missed shot. Minneapolis had 4 or 5 offensive rebounds there and could not get it down, and finally the Spartans pick up the foul. Ben Amundsen gets his second personal, team foul number 4. This is a shooting foul, and for the first time today, Minneapolis will shoot free throws. James Bonner will get 2. He has 4 points in this opening half. 11 minutes, 20 seconds to play. 17-11. Minneapolis has the lead. Bonner puts the shot up and in. Apparently, when Wilmer and Minneapolis played, Minneapolis led by 23 or 24 points in the first half. And Wilmer came back and picked up the victory. Second free throw opportunity here. And it is off the rim. Rebound comes to the corner, knocked away by Minneapolis. Spartans will get it. The 7-point lead again for the Marauders. Ryan Retzlaff is coming in. Ben Amundsen will come out with 2 personal fouls. Score is 18-11. Minneapolis putting that full court pressure on. Freilich looking to get it in. Passes off to Mace. Mace breaks it on the dribble, feeds it ahead, right side to Grove. Spartans have their starters back on the floor with the exception of Skinner, who's getting a rest. Rowe is out there in his place. Mace, high post pass, goes to Freilich, free throw line, off to Grove. Outside shot blocked, comes right to Retzlaff, drives in against some big traffic defensively, missed the shot, gets his own rebound, it's tied up, and the ball will belong to the Spartans. Boy, Ryan Retzlaff is just fighting for every rebound on that offensive end and coming up with his share. I'm sure Grandpa Pete's keeping track. We'll have to get those rebound numbers for you. Mace from the corner with the 3. It doesn't drop. There's another board for Ryan. Turns in traffic, puts it up. No. Hit back out to the corner and recovered by the Marauders. Every time Ryan turns, he's got 2 guys right on him. Here's penetration at the baseline, and Freilich on the ball, and we've got a foul called also. Spartans wanted the block on that, but Freilich, they say, also commits the foul, and that is team foul number 5 against the Spartans, and personal foul number 1 against Freilich. At the line, Tony Morrow. He'll shoot 2. He has 6 points for Minneapolis. Their lead is 7, and Morrow makes it 8. So that's their biggest lead of the ball game. 19-11. Spartans trailing by 8 as Morrow gets the ball back at the line for 1 more. And he has 7 of the 19 points. Second one drops in also. So 8 of the 20 points for the Marauders have come from Tony Morrow. Spartans breaking the press, knocked out of bounds. Nice job by Rod Johnson. Boy, they are quick. This Minneapolis team very quick defensively. 10:39 to play, first half, 20-11. Marauders up. Mace over the line. This is the 26th annual Minnesota Community College Conference State Men's Basketball Tournament. The Spartans are the defending champions. Minneapolis runners-up last year. And we've got an offensive foul called against the Marauders. On the rebound as Kelvin Taylor gets his first. Ryan Retzlaff hit the floor pretty hard, and Jay Pivik's giving the referees an earful. Grove will throw the ball in from underneath. Pass comes in on the wing to Mace, enters it to Retzlaff, and there's another foul. And the foul on James Bonner is his second. Team foul number 5 against the Marauders. We're even again in the foul category, and the Spartans will throw it in from underneath with Aaron Grove to put the ball in play. Aaron's pass for Retzlaff. Double team to the corner, looking for help. Fires it into the lane. Mace spots up from 10, rattles around, hits the glass, and then drops in. So Chris Mace has his first points of the tournament. Rod Johnson, baseline feed to Morrow. His shot is off the rim, tipped up and in on a nice job by Kelvin Taylor. Now here's Mace, double team, throws it away, and off the steal, Roderick Johnson with a feed and the lay-in by Pat Harbin. And here's where the Marauders can kill you, with that press and the quick hoop. Spartans have been very good against the press until now. Don't want to cough it up. Now we had a 10 count there that didn't get called. Jay Pivick was irate because the shot clock was down to 23 when the Spartans finally got it into the front court. Nice feed. Rowe missed the reverse layup. Minneapolis gets the board. Marauders lead it by 11. At the free throw line, Morrow will pass it back out. Looking for the point man. Here's Rod Johnson. I think the next possession for the Spartans will result in a timeout. Skinner's getting ready to come back in. Rod Johnson gives it back to Morrow. Shot clock down to 15. They're going to hold it for one shot here and work that clock on the drive. Up the lane for 2. Tony Morrow just blew past the D. Fralick gets it in. Grove hits Mace into the front court. Mace works it. Back out to Grove. Now up the lane, they throw it away. Spartans have 7 turnovers. Back the other way, Pat Harbin to the corner. Back to Harbin. The 3 is on the way by Harbin. He nails it. Now the timeout. 8:49 remaining in the first half. Minneapolis quite a lot. They lead it 29 to 13. Last few times that they faced it, they turned the ball over. They have 7 turnovers. Minneapolis cashing in. They had quite a run here before that timeout as they lead by 16. It's 29 to 13. Minneapolis leading. Spartans have not led. They did get to within 2 at 9 to 7, but since that point have been outscored 20 to 6. Spartans working the ball. Now Minneapolis has dropped back into a half-court zone. Here's Skinner missing the 3. And the defensive rebound to Pat Harbin. Rod Johnson. Minneapolis came out of that timeout without pressing. And went back in a half-court zone on that first possession. We'll see how they come out here after their offensive possession. Bonner cuts into the lane, hits the jump shot. He has 7, and Minneapolis drops back again away from the press. 31-13. It's an 18-point Minneapolis lead, and the Spartans now facing that half-court zone. Mace to Grove, left side to Skinner, has the open 3, shoots off the iron, and the rebound is pulled away by Pat Harbin. The Spartans need to get their shots dropping against that zone for sure. Minneapolis will stay in it. And that's dangerous with a team like the Marauders because they can, in that zone, they won't exert as much energy. They won't get as tired as quickly. If the Spartans do make a run and they are forced to go back into that full-court press, they will be a little more well-rested if they can play that zone rather than go aggressively all over the floor. Shot clock's at 4. Here's Rod Johnson from 18. That's an air ball, and it's out of bounds, and the ball belongs to the Spartans. Andrew Dahl comes in, and James Bonner will come out. Minneapolis by 18. Spartans need a run of their own. 7:10 to go here in the first half. Still a lot of time in this opening game of the Minnesota Community College Conference men's basketball tournament. And you've got to look at it that way, too. The Spartans right now have that goal of getting the margin down to single digits before the half. Nice feed by Skinner, and Ben Amundsen will take it up from the side of the lane and get his first 2 points. So it's 31-15. Now a 16-point Minneapolis lead. Marauders with the basketball. Rod Johnson throws it right side to Jason Staples, sophomore out there for the first time after that timeout. Rod Johnson works it out between the circles, hands it off to Pat Harbin. Now he gives to Jason Staples, running the outside of the perimeter. Shot clock down to 5. And do some one-on-one now to the corner. Shot is launched off the rim, no good, and an offensive rebound, and the rebound shot won't drop, and finally Ben Amundsen controls. Coach Retzlaff looking for a call over the back on that rebound by big 6'8" freshman Kelvin Taylor. Here's Mace. beyond the arc. He's going to shoot the three. That's what the Spartans need. That shot by Mace starting to drop. They can get he and Skinner clicking from three-point range. They'll get back in this ball game in a hurry. 31-18. That 18-point lead is now 13. Marauders have the basketball. Staples to the top. They reverse it left side to the corner to Harbin. Back out to Rod Johnson. Taylor, right side to Staples. Cuts in. Free throw line jumper on the way. Off the heel. Skinner the board. Ahead for Grove. Behind the D. Harbin trying to catch him. Won't do it. Missed shot, but Retzlaff is there for the follow-up. Ryan's got 9 now. Jay Pivick wants a timeout with 5:29 remaining in the first half. And the Spartans
into the game for Minneapolis.
31-20, Minneapolis by 11 with 5:29 remaining in this first half. And the Marauders' Rashad Rich will walk it into the front court after the Minneapolis timeout. Each team has taken one timeout here. We've got a foul outside, which is the 6th team foul against Fergus Falls, and it's on Amundsen, and that's Ben's 3rd foul. And now Minneapolis will bring Tim Hurley in, replacing Jason Staples.
His 3rd, 6th foul.
So Amundsen has his 3rd personal. Rashad Rich with the basketball. 5:10 to play, first half, 31-20. Here's a drive into the lane, dishes off Andrew Dahl at the baseline. Nice feed by Rashad Rich. 33-20 with under 5 minutes to play, first half. Pass comes across to Amundsen, fakes the pass inside, now pulls it out, gives to Skinner in the corner. One dribble, finds Amundsen in the paint, and Ben is fouled on the drive. And that's the 6th team foul against Minneapolis. Foul is called on Tony Morrow. That's his first. Each team now with 6 fouls. No bonus situation yet, but the next one on each team will put it in effect.
16.
Aaron Grove will pass it in. Spartans line everybody up on the near side of the lane. Here's Retzlaff taking the feed, fakes the shot. Second time goes up, misses the shot, and Minneapolis cannot control the rebound. So the Spartans will throw it in on the offensive end with 4:45 to go. The inbounds pass to Mace. Mace dribbles around one defender, pulls up, shoots off the heel, and the board goes to Andrew Dahl. He starts Rashad Rich out of the backcourt. Rich kicks it to the corner. Here's Pat Harbin. Baseline jumper doesn't drop. Weak side rebound to Mace. Fires it ahead to Amundsen. Lost the ball. Now scoops it up. Gets to Retzlaff up the lane, and a foul is called that will put Ryan at the line for the 1-and-1. And that foul is on Rashad Rich, his 2nd personal. Todd Freilich comes back in. Ben Amundsen with 3 fouls will come out.
Foul Rashad Rich is his 2nd.
And Retzlaff will shoot the 1-and-1.
Freilich back into the game for the Spartans.
Retzlaff has 9 points. He has hit 1 of 3 from the free throw line, and he will shoot the front end of the 1-and-1 here. Free throw is good. So Ryan is the first Spartan to reach double figures. Tony Morrow is there for Minneapolis. Ryan's averaging 23 a game this year. He made the All-North Division team along with Fritz Skinner, and there's his 11th point as he converts another free throw, and the lead is 11 now for Minneapolis. Morrow gets it back in the hands of Rashad Rich. Dahl wants 3. He drills that 3. 36-22. Dahl has 7. Spartans with the basketball. Freilich on the near side. Lobs it across the floor to Aaron Grove. Bounce pass trying to get into Retzlaff. Retzlaff in traffic. Uses the glass, and Ryan now with 13. 36-24, under 4 minutes to play, first half. Rich to the corner to Morrow. Back out to Rashad Rich. To the top of the key. They reverse it left side to Pat Harbin. Now back to Rich. Right side of the floor to Tony Morrow. Morrow in the corner. Back to the top. Penetrating. We've got a walk. Walk called against Tim Hurley. And that is turnover number 5 against Minneapolis. The Spartans have 7. In that victory the other night for Wilmer over Minneapolis, they only turned the ball over twice in the second half. Just played some great ball control on the offensive end. Skinner's bounce pass stolen away, and then walk called on Minneapolis. But a travel on the Marauders to turn it right back. That's the 3rd time that we've seen that, where the Spartans turn it over and then got it right back on a violation. Spartans will throw it in with 3.5 on the clock. The pass comes to Retzlaff. Spins against the defense. Missed the shot, but draws the foul, and Ryan is going to shoot 2. Nice spin move to the hoop by Ryan Retzlaff. And the foul on Tim Hurley is his first. And Ryan will shoot 2.
Tim Hurley, 18 foul for the Marauders.
Retzlaff has hit 3 out of 5, and he has 13 points so far in this first half. 3:27 to play, and it's 36-25 as Ryan nails the free throw. 14 points. Mike Rowe coming in.
Rowe back in for Fergus Falls.
Mace will come out. Now Retzlaff to try to cut it to 10. Got it. 15 points for Ryan. It's a 10-point lead for Minneapolis with 3:20 to go. They were ahead by 18 at one time, but the Spartans have whittled it down to 10. Marauders at the top of the key. Dahl gives off in the corner to Harbin. Harbin guarded by Grove, gets it back in Dahl's hands, kicks it ahead up the right side of the lane. And now we've got the ball tied up, and the Marauders will keep it on the possession check. Good job, though, by the Spartans defensively. 3:09 remaining in this first half. Pass taken by Andrew Dahl. Back across right side to Morrow. Lob pass, backdoor. Dahl went for the jam and did not get it. And he hung on the rim. Rowe got the rebound. Skinner ahead to Grove. Back out to Skinner at the top. Now Skinner tries to lob it into Freilich, and Todd couldn't handle it. It went off his hand and out of bounds. The Spartans turn it over. Coach Retzlaff pleading the case about the player who was hanging on the rim there after going up for the jam and missing it. Seems to be okay with the explanation of the official as he came by. On the left side of the floor, Pat Harbin gives it back to Rashad Rich. Now he puts it in Dahl's hands. Missed the shot going to the hole. Retzlaff the rebound ahead to Freilich. Left side of the lane. Freilich fade away at the baseline. Blocked and knocked away off the Marauders. Pretty impressive athletes on this team. They can leap, every one of them. 2:28 to go. 36-26. First half action in the men's community college state tournament. Spartans have trailed by as many as 18, have never led. Skinner dishing up the lane to Retzlaff, and Fritz picks up an assist. Ryan has 17 of the Spartans' 28 first half points. The lead is 8, and the turnover will put the ball back in the Spartans' possession with 2:15 remaining. Spartans have kept their cool. They have come back into this ball game. Left side Freilich looks ahead to Skinner. Skinner cuts in. He'll shoot the 3. Fritz drains a 3. His first points of the ball game, and the Spartans are within 5 with 2 minutes to go. Right side Rich pulls in, shoots, misses, and we've got a charge on Rashad Rich. And the Spartans get the basketball back as Ryan Retzlaff had established position in the lane, and Rashad Rich has his 3rd personal. Each team now with 1 player in foul trouble. Rich has 3 for the Marauders, and Ben Amundsen has 3 for the Spartans. Under 2 minutes to play in the first half. The Spartans are down by 5. It's 36-31. Freilich will walk it over the line and give it back to Aaron Grove. Grove is being picked up by David Holman. Now Grove will penetrate. Baseline shot on the way. Doesn't drop for him. The rebound pulled down by Tim Hurley. Into the front court. To the top of the key now. Dahl swings it over to Morrow. Skinner out on him. Bounce pass inside. Side of the lane. Into the lane. Shot on the way. Good by Tim Hurley. His first basket. 38-31 now. Spartans down by 7. Grove looking to pass. In trouble. Now gets it off to Skinner. One dribble. Double team. Kick to the ball. Here comes Minneapolis off the steal. Bounce pass to the corner. Hurley wants 3 from the side, and he puts the lead back up to 10. So Hurley with 5 points. And it's now 41-31. Minneapolis by 10. Once again, Freilich has it. Gives to Rowe. Rowe's pass inside to Retzlaff. We've got a push on Dahl. I'm sure the Spartans just soon that foul hadn't been called because Ryan had the ball going right to the hole. with nobody between him and the basket. Dahl with his second personal. That's the 10th team foul against Minneapolis, so Ryan Retzlaff will shoot 2. Bob Jarrett's is going to come in for the shooter, so he will not come in yet.
Retzlaff at the line for 2 shots.
17 points for Ryan Retzlaff. Going for number 18 here. Got it. Ryan hit his first free throw of the day, missed 2 in a row, and now has hit 5 straight.
Stay here, 15.
Mace will check in.
Time off, coach.
Retzlaff will shoot again. That one doesn't drop. Freilich knocks it away. Goes out of bounds off Minneapolis, they say.
And the number 35,
Spartans will throw it in.
Into the game for Fergus.
48 seconds to play in this first half. Spartans trail by 9, but they have the ball under their offensive basket with Rowe to throw it in. Out to Mace at the top. Now Skinner near the free throw line. Looks to Rowe, left side of the floor. Cuts in, back to Skinner. Fritz has the wing. He pulls in, off balance shot. Ugly looking shot off the glass. Minneapolis with a rebound. David Holman from the corner, and he pushes it in. A three-pointer for David Holman. Minneapolis leads by a dozen at 44-32. Mace to Rowe, right-hand corner. Takes a dribble. Bounce pass baseline. Comes through to Jarrett's. Back out to Mace. Clock down to 12, and Mace throws it away. Tried to get it to Jarrett's down low and overthrew him. 10 seconds remaining. Want the shot clock off. And it is. Minneapolis with 10 seconds to get a shot off. They lead by a dozen. As we near the end of the first half of play in this opening game of the Men's Community College Conference State Tournament. Bounce pass. Now we've got a walk. Took the pass and took a step, David Holman. So Minneapolis turns it over for the 9th time. Spartans have 3 seconds to get the ball off. Pass comes in to Jarrett's, one dribble. He'll shoot the 3, and Bob hits the rim with it at the buzzer. So the Spartans, though they were down by 18, go into the locker room trailing by just 12. It is on them. But as Rick said, Spartans had only a few of their shots. Skinner, free throw line, trying to get into Retzlaff, and it was knocked away from behind. The Spartans have their 12th turnover. Minneapolis on the end trying to break the break, tried to finish the break, and the rebound of the missed shot by Retzlaff. James Bonner missing from that right wing. Skinner with the long 3 off the rim, and the rebound by the Marauders. Andrew Dahl quickly up the floor and out of bounds. Last touch by Ryan Retzlaff. So Minneapolis will throw it in on their offensive end. Half a minute gone in the second half without a point being added to the halftime score. Ball tipped away, saved by Skinner, but recovered by Minneapolis. Dahl out to Harbin. Grove is on him. Now returns it to Dahl. Right side to the baseline. James Bonner comes back out to Rod Johnson. Here's Morrow. Shot clock at 10. Pat Harbin. Getting it off now, 5 on the shot clock. Morrow launches the 3, and he nets the 3. They use that clock every second of it and then nail the three-pointer. 47-32. Spartans down by 15 across the floor. Freilich takes the pass. Grove works it in on the wing, draws some double-team pressure, gets it to Retzlaff, turns in traffic, missed the bank shot, gets his own rebound, goes up, and he is just hammered by Tony Morrow. And Retzlaff will shoot 2. Morrow picks up his second personal foul, and that's his first team foul of the second half. Ryan Retzlaff will shoot 2. Ryan has hit 6 out of 9 from the free throw line. And as a team, the Marauders shot 3 out of 4 from the line the first half. Ryan Retzlaff had all of the free throw attempts for the Spartans in that first half. He misses the first free throw. Now Ryan will get a second one. Free throw on the way. That one's good. So that's 19 points now for Ryan Retzlaff. And it's 47-33, 18:40 to play. Morrow cuts through the lane. Skinner's all over him. Now the bounce pass comes in alongside the lane. Back out. Harbin passes it off. Side of the lane. Shot on the way. No good. Rebound comes loose on the near side to Skinner. And Skinner will bring it out of the backcourt. Spins away from some pressure. Feeds it into Retzlaff, who nails the bank shot and draws the foul. And Rod Johnson has his first personal. Team foul number 2, and Ryan Retzlaff now with 21 points, going for number 22. Well, that is where the Spartans have enjoyed their success today, pounding the ball inside to Ryan Retzlaff, and I imagine that's the game plan here. And they've shown it certainly here the first couple of minutes of the second half. Until it stops working, keep going to it. Here's Retzlaff missing this time. And the rebound of the missed free throw comes to Rod Johnson. The 2-on-1 break and the left-hand layup. No good. Missed by Pat Harbin. Skinner having some problems with it. Knocked away from behind. Retzlaff gets it back. Feeds Mace. Reverses it. Ball is blocked off the glass by Andrew Dahl. And Retz can't believe there wasn't a goaltend on that one. And the 10-footer at the other end is good by Rod Johnson. Johnson's got his first hoop. 49-35. And the Marauders come up with a steal. Spartans have their 13th turnover. Across the floor, left side, three-pointer on the way. That's off the heel. Rebound tipped by Retzlaff, recovered by Minneapolis. Up over Freilich, no good. The weak side board by Harbin is put through. And it's 51-35, a 16-point lead for Minneapolis with 17 and a half to play in the game. Skinner into the front court. Lobs it into Retzlaff. In traffic, Ryan with an easy 2. That play is unstoppable right now. 23 points for Retzlaff. Layup at the other end is good. Morrow now has 15. Spartans want a timeout with 17:09 to go in the ball game. It's 53-37. Minneapolis by 16, and we're back in 1 minute. Freilich will throw the ball in. Gets it to Fritz Skinner. Some full court double team pressure up the floor to Grove. Quickly into the front court with Retzlaff. Grove the layup. Nice job by Aaron as he penetrates in that half-court attack after getting past the full court press. Turned into a 3-on-2, and Aaron took advantage of it. We've got a foul on Mace. Chris Mace will get the foul, and Mace has his first personal. Team foul number 1 against the Spartans, and the Marauders will throw it in from underneath with under 17 on the clock. Left side, Harbin kicks it in, and we've got a travel against Minneapolis. Marauders' first second half turnover. They have 10 turnovers today. The Spartans have 13. Now against the full court pressure once again. Freilich enters it on the bounce to Mace, who gives it back to Freilich. Couple of dribbles, returns it to Mace. Over the line quickly to Skinner. Trying to knock it away from behind, and they do. No communication there. You got to be talking on that one. Here's Dahl for 3. That's off the iron, and the rebound on the weak side picked up by the Marauders, and we've got an intentional foul called on Freilich. Intentional foul they rule on Todd Freilich.
Intentional foul called on the Spartans. Freilich his second team foul.
So Freilich gets an intentional foul call. I don't know about that. Here's James Bonner going to the line to shoot 2. Bonner's 1 for 2 at the free throw line. And he misses the free throw. He'll get another. 16:29 to play. 53-39. Spartans trail by 14. Bonner will shoot again, and this one is good. And now Minneapolis will get the ball on that intentional foul call. .54-39. The inbounds pass batted away by Freilich and into the Minneapolis bench. And from in front of the Minneapolis bench, Pat Harbin will throw it in. Pass taken by Rod Johnson. Johnson between the circles against Mace. Left side pass to Pat Harbin. Leaves it for Johnson. Cuts into the lane, gets a nice screen, nice give too, and a strip by Skinner, and the Spartans fail to control it. Nice job by Skinner as he stripped the ball away from a penetrating Pat Harbin. Morrow will throw it in. Inside, left hand shot by Rod Johnson is good. The left side of the glass, rather, with the right hand. Here's Skinner ahead to Mace. Top of the key, sets for three, in and out, and knocked away by Minneapolis. Mace had it on target, but it rattled around and came right down, and a battle for the rebound resulted in the ball going off Minneapolis and out of bounds. 56-39 now. Spartans trail by 17 with 16:04 to go. Skinner lets it fly from the right side. That's off. Good rebound by Retzlaff in traffic. Fights his way back up and hits it. Ryan now with 25 points. 56-41. Spartans trail by 15. Minneapolis sets it up with Morrow. Coming down the near side to Bonner. James Bonner, the 6'4 freshman. Passing ahead to Pat Harbin, now to the top. Right side, Morrow cutting in on the dribble. Back out to Dahl. Shoots the three off the pass, and Dahl nails a three. 10 points for Andrew Dahl. And Minneapolis has equaled their biggest lead. It's 59-41. Spartans have never led in this game. There's a turnover. Spartans have 15 turnovers. Minneapolis will reset it. Between the circles, they set it up out front with Rod Johnson handling the ball. Passing to the high post to Tony Morrow. Cuts in on the wing. Layup no good. Tipped by Retzlaff. And recovered by Minneapolis. And we've got a foul on Ryan Retzlaff. Ryan's going to pick up his second personal. Team foul number 3 in the second half. Minneapolis has 2. Ben Amundsen will come in for the first time.
Fouls on Retzlaff, his second.
Ben is playing with 3 fouls now. Minneapolis will throw the ball in from underneath, leading by 18. Rod Johnson to Andrew Dahl, back to Rod Johnson. Harbin's posting high at the free throw line. Now he backs up down low on the blocks. Lead pass inside, double team pressure. Spinning away from the double team and hitting the hook shot is Bonner. He's got 10. And the Minneapolis lead is now 20. Spartans need to get a hot hand here. Skinner comes down with a pass. Looks to the baseline to Retzlaff. Mace beyond the three-point arc. Skinner, top of the key, drives in. Free throw line jumper on the way, and Fritz puts it down. Fritz has 5 points. 61-43. Minneapolis by 18 with 14 and a half to go. Mike Rowe getting ready to check back in for the Spartans. Rod Johnson working the dribble. To the top, Morrow bluffs the shot. Looks left side to Harbin. Bounce pass inside. Ben Amundsen comes up with it as Dahl could not handle that pass cleanly. That's 11 Minneapolis turnovers. Grove to Amundsen. Looked at the hoop from three-point range. Now gets to Skinner. He'll shoot it from there. That's off the side of the rim and boarded by Bonner. Spartans are not shooting the ball well. Bounce pass to the corner. Morrow lets it fly. That's off the rim. Rebound by the Spartans, Chris Mace, and here they come, 3-on-2. Mace all the way. The layup is no good. Rebounded by Retzlaff. Up off the glass. Doesn't get the drop, but does draw the foul. And Ryan will shoot 2 more free throws, and we'll see Freilich and Rowe coming in. Although Freilich's coming in for Retzlaff, so he'll have to wait. Johnson has his second personal. That's team foul number 3 against Minneapolis in this second half. Spartans trail by 18 with 13:45 to go, and Ryan Retzlaff back on the line. Ryan's got 25 points so far in this ball game. Rashad Richard with 3 fouls comes in. David Holman also back in. And here's Retzlaff with the free throw. That's short. Ryan has now missed 3 of 4 in the second half. He is 7 for 13. And now 8 for 14 with 26 points. Freilich is in. Ryan will get a rest. 13:45 remaining. First in this second half. The first half score was 44-32, a 12-point advantage for Minneapolis. They now have a 17-point lead as Rashad Richard brings the ball into the front court, dribbling against Rowe. Passes it off to James Bonner. Oh, he walked. He dragged that pivot foot. Well, the Spartans need a couple of things to happen. They need to get hot shooting the ball, and they need Minneapolis to cool off a little. Maybe turn the ball over a little. I guess that's 3 things. Grove to midcourt, knocked away by Rashad Rich. Amundsen's pass comes to Rowe. He looks nice, feed into Freilich, and it's blocked. Andrew Dahl. Boy, what a nice job by Dahl. He's got a couple of blocks at the other end. Up the lane for two goes Bonner. So a block will ignite you on the offensive end sometimes, too. You can feel that adrenaline like a dunk does for your defense. Amundsen tied up, now gets it over to Skinner, and we've got a 10 count. They didn't get over the line in time. Should have been called earlier in the game, wasn't. This time they got it. That's 16 Spartan turnovers. They double-teamed the ball, and Spartans could not get it over. Under 13 minutes to play, 63-44. Spartans trail by 19. Rashad Rich on the drive, fouled on the drive. Team foul is the 5th against the Spartans, and it's on Freilich. Freilich's got his 3rd, so now Freilich and Amundsen each have 3. Retzlaff has 2. Minneapolis has Rashad Rich, who is at the line with 3 personal fouls. Nobody else with more than 2. Rich will put it in the air and hit the shot. 20-point lead once again for Minneapolis, equaling their biggest of the ball game, and now they'll try to tack on another one. And it's good, so it's a 21-point Minneapolis lead. Amundsen passes into Grove. Double team pressure. Here's Skinner taking the feed at midcourt. Passing off. We got a foul called. It's going to be on either Rich or Holman. Let's see who they give it to. It's on David Holman, his first.
David Holman is first.
Now Chris Mace will come back in.
14 foul for the Marauders. Chris Mace is back.
Skinner will come out. So it's Mace, Grove, Freilich, Amundsen, and Rowe on the floor right now. 12:50 to go. Freilich takes the pass. Working inside against Dahl, and he hits the shot. So Todd has his first hoop of the game. 65-46. Spartans down by 19. Dahl to the corner. This is Pat Harbin. Bounce pass into the lane. Loose ball. Goes through the legs of Mace and is picked up out front by Holman. Rashad Rich will back out and set it up with 10 on the shot clock. Rich working the dribble. Harbin comes around to take it from him. Now penetrating the lane, dishing down low. Harbin's shot doesn't drop. Rebound by Freilich. Spartans kick it ahead up the left side to Mace. Working against Rich. Mace on the dribble, moves in. We've got a blocking foul on Rich, and that will be his 4th. Rashad Rich with 4 personal fouls. Ryan Retzlaff coming back in. 12 minutes and 3 seconds remaining in the ball game. It's 65-46 Minneapolis. Team fouls are 5 against Minneapolis in this second half, and 4 against the Spartans. Rich comes out. Rod Johnson is in. Pass comes into Chris Mace, 3-point area. Feeds it for Retzlaff. Good steal by Dahl. 17 Spartan turnovers now. Pass ahead on the wing for Johnson. He had to reach back to control that one. And now the 3 for Holman off the iron. Rebound inside Bonner. Easy follow-up. Good position. 14 points for Bonner. Spartans against the press. Down by 21. Rowe up the left side to Grove. Into the front court. Grove will pass it off to Freilich. Freilich beyond the arc. Lead pass into Retzlaff. Puts it to the floor. Turns to his right and hits the shot. Ryan has 28 points. It's 67-48. Spartans trail by 19. Holman back to the top of the key. The 3 on the way. Andrew Dahl nails the 3. He's got 3 3-pointers. He has 13 points, and the Spartans now trail by 22. Biggest lead of the day for Minneapolis. Freilich, right side, controls the pass, has the open outside shot, and he puts it in. Todd can shoot from the outside. He has 4 points. Back to a 20-point lead with under 11 to go, and a double dribble call against Minneapolis will put the ball back in the Spartans' possession. Skinner is back in. Grove comes out. Freilich, Skinner, Mace, Rowe, and Retzlaff on the floor for the Spartans now as they trail by 20 points at 70-50. 10:55 remaining in the game. At midcourt, Freilich crosses the line, gets it to Skinner. Skinner returns it to Freilich on the wing. Looks out to Mace, top of the key. Mace to roll rather. Now back to Freilich. Left side Mace, the three is open, and Chris Mace has his second field goal of the game.
Chris Mace for three.
Third field goal, second three-pointer. He has 8 points. 70-53. Baseline penetration, reverse layup, no basket. We have a foul on the drive. The reverse layup was good, but it came after the foul. And Ryan Retzlaff now has his third foul. So Retzlaff, Amundsen, and Freilich each have 3 personal fouls. And with 10 minutes and 22 seconds to go in the ball game, the Spartans trail by 17. And Minneapolis will throw it in from underneath. Team fouls are even at 5 aside here in the second half. Morrow's pass out front for Holman, just over the outstretched hand of Skinner. Holman cuts into the lane, dishes up the lane for Bonner, missed the shot, and Rowe gets the board. Rowe will take it out of the backcourt, bounce pass ahead to Freilich, who was in too deep, and he turned it over. Todd got too deep under the basket. Here's Holman, three-pointers open. He will hit it. David Holman with a half dozen. Under 10 minutes to play, and it's a 20-point advantage for Minneapolis. There's Mace, and we've got a whistle to stop play as the ball was kicked out of bounds. Amundsen returns. Freilich will come out. Amundsen passes into Chris Mace. 9 minutes and 50 seconds remaining. Mace again with the three open. This one's hard off the heel. The long rebound tipped out front. Dahl picks it up. Rowe is back. Now Holman gives to Dahl. Went for the jam and missed it. Didn't control it. Skinner pushes it ahead to Rowe. Rowe lost it. Skinner recovers. Bank shot doesn't drop, but Fritz will shoot 2. Now the foul on Pat Harbin is his first. And that is team foul number 6 against Minneapolis in the second half. Harbin comes out, and Trevor Wade, a 6'2 freshman, is in for the first time. Here comes Kelvin Taylor back into the lineup. Fritz Skinner will shoot 2. Skinner has 5 points. The Spartans trail by 20 in this opening game of the Minnesota Community College Conference Men's State Tournament. Mankato, Bethany, and Vermillion play the second game today. Skinner hits the free throw. Fritz is the first player other than Ryan Retzlaff to go to the line for the Spartans today. Ryan had hit 8 out of 14. Now Skinner makes it 2 for 2 for him, and he has 7 points. 73-55, 9.5 minutes to play. The Spartans trailing by 18. Trevor Wade gives it to the top of the key to Kelvin Taylor. Right side feed to David Holman. Back out to Dahl, who has 3 threes today, and we've got a bump inside and a foul called against Mace, I believe. That would be his second. Team foul number 6. Both teams with 6, so the bonus will be on from here on out. 9:13 to play. Pass comes all the way out to the top to Trevor Wade, 6'2 freshman. Takes a dribble and hands the ball off to David Holman. Holman guarded by Skinner. Works the dribble up high. And we go under the 9-minute mark. Holman penetrating, pulls up baseline, misses. Dahl, rebound, good. Minneapolis has really hurt the Spartans on the offensive board today, and they have shot a very good percentage. Mace. 75-55. Mace wants 3. That's off the iron. The rebound comes down to Skinner, side of the lane, turns in traffic, puts it in the air, draws the foul. So Fritz will shoot 2 more. Foul goes against Andrew Dahl. That's his third. Bonus is on. Skinner will shoot. This is a 2-shot foul, however. Fritz with 7 points. 81% from the free throw line this year. Swishes it in. 8 for Skinner. 75-56. And now 57. And a timeout taken by the Spartans. 8 minutes and 39 seconds remaining in the ball game. I wish some of that wind chill would hit the Marauders. They've been hot. 75-57 right now. 18-point lead for Minneapolis with 8:35 to play. Double team pressure by the Spartans on Dahl, and Dahl tried to dribble through it, but we got a foul on Mace, so we'll put Dahl on the line. So Mace has his third, and that makes 4 Spartans with 3 fouls. Mace, Freilich, Amundsen, and Retzlaff each have 3. Andrew Dahl shooting the front end of the 1-and-1. As a team, Minneapolis has hit 6 out of 8 from the line. Spartans have 12 points from the line this afternoon. Minneapolis brings a 20-1 record into this game, and they have been ranked number 1 in the nation 4 straight weeks, number 2 this week, after their loss to Wilmer on Saturday. Wilmer opens tournament action against Mesabi in the first game this evening, and then Hibbing plays against Anoka Ramsey, the final game of the day. Dahl hits both free throws. He's had a nice game. 17 points for Dahl, 3 3-pointers. Couple of blocked shots up the floor. Grove back to Skinner, now poked away and out of bounds off Holman. 8:21 to go. Spartans down by 20. Grove will pass it in. Here's Mace to Skinner. Into the lane. Nice shuffle off to Grove, and at the baseline, Grove gets it to fall, and Aaron has 4 points.
Aaron Grove.
77-59. To the corner. Back out now to Tony Morrow. They're going to take time off. They're spreading it out along the half-court offense. Morrow trying to lob it inside to Dahl, and he'll hit the reverse. They were trying to go for the timing play in the jam, but timing a little off. There's a pick by Holman up to the left side. Here's Holman cutting into the lane, dishing through to Dahl, who steps out and shoots the 3. It's off the heel. Retzlaff the long rebound. Double teamed in the backcourt. Now Ryan finds Skinner. Skinner with 7.5 on the clock, and his team down by 20. Wheels into the lane, pulls up, one-hand shot, good. A one-hand jumper by Fritz.
Skinner scoring.
He's in double figures now with 11, and it's 79-61. Spartans trail by 18. 7:15 to play. Marauders, once they built that double-digit lead, have been tough to come back on. Here's an 18-footer by Morrow, short, and the rebound tipped out of bounds. Last touched by Amundsen, and Minneapolis will keep it. They'll pass it in under their offensive basket, and it will be Holman to throw the ball in. Here's Dahl taking the pass, missing off the heel. The rebound out to the free throw line. The Marauders grab it, and they reset. Right side pass to the baseline. On the penetration, Dahl goes up and jams it home. 21 for Andrew Dahl, and it's a 20-point Minneapolis lead. Grove, left side of the floor. Brings it across to Amundsen. Now his pass knocked away through the legs of Skinner, recovered by Minneapolis. Skinner boots it ahead. Here's Morrow on the way to the hoop, and Morrow will get it done. 17 for Tony Morrow. Skinner to Retzlaff, and we've got a travel on Ryan, and Minneapolis has taken charge here. They lead by 22 with 6:24 remaining, 83-61. Marauders will throw the ball in. They have played, Minneapolis has, a very good basketball game today. They have shot the ball well. They have played some menacing defense at times. They have capitalized on the Spartan turnovers. That 3 off the front of the rim tipped out by Kelvin Taylor. The Marauders keep it in the front court. Morrow with a bounce pass to Taylor. Back out to Holman. Holman, free throw line, has the jumper, shoots it off the heel. Skinner gets the board. Ahead to Grove, 4-on-2. Grove all the way, and we've got a block. And a foul that will put Grove on the line. And now Bob Jareds is coming in. It's 83-61, a 2-shot foul. And the foul is assessed to Trevor Wade, his first.
Foul on Wade.
Retzlaff comes out, Jared is in.
Jared back in the game.
And Aaron Grove will shoot 2. Grove has 4 points. He'll shoot the 1 and 1. His team trailing by 22 points as he steps to the line and hits. So that's 5 for Aaron Grove. The basket went in. That's what the Spartans are asking for. The basket, the ball dropped through the hoop. The referee's over-explaining the call. And the ball went down. I didn't even see the ball go down. The free throw, then it goes to the three-point play. So the three-point play for Grove gives him 7 points, and the Spartans will take it, 83-64. It's a 19-point game with 5:52 remaining. Spartans have trailed by as many as 22. They have never led in this game. Minneapolis started fast with 7 straight points. Now the pass up the floor. I think he wanted to go to Taylor, but he wasn't looking, so very alert play by Trevor Wade. He missed the shot. Second one blocked by Jareds. And now Minneapolis stripped to the ball as they went for a follow-up. Morrow stripped by Skinner. Skinner to Rowe. Baseline pull-up by Rowe is short. And Minneapolis will get another rebound. Boy, the rebounds are going to be pretty lopsided, I think. Ryan Retzlaff will have his share, especially on the offensive end, but Minneapolis has hit the boards hard today. 5:15 to play. 83-64 is the score. Minneapolis taking time down. Spartans chasing them out front. Here's Morrow, right side to Trevor Wade. Back to Morrow, free throw line, penetrating and traveling. I think Jared's got a hand on the ball. Caused that travel. Spartans get the ball back. Down by 19 with under 5 minutes to play now. Rowe across the floor to Grove. Grove to Jareds. Jareds will reverse it and hit it. So Bob has his first basket. And it's 83-66. Here's Dahl ahead left side to Trevor Wade. Beyond the three-point arc. And Grove's all over him. Pass goes across. And we've got a timeout taken by Minneapolis. 4:39 remaining in the ball game. It's 83-60. Four and a half minutes to play here in Minneapolis. The Spartans have a big hill to climb in the last 4.5. They're down by 17. And Minneapolis continues to play well, shooting the ball very well, and Rashad Rich misses off the heel. Freilich gets the defensive board, fires it out of the backcourt, and here's Rowe finishing at the other end. So Mike Rowe with a fast break basket off that rebound by Freilich. Good pressure by the Spartans. Rashad Rich takes the pass, moves it into the lane, dishes off baseline, bank shot no good. Freilich good D with a defensive rebound, and good D at the baseline to cut off that penetration. Skinner for 3, that's off the iron. And boarded by Rashad Rich. Rich brings it out of the backcourt. Jay Pivick says, slow it down. Right side feed to David Holman. 3:40 to play. Spartans trail by 15, 83-68. Back out to Rashad Rich near midcourt. Content to take some time off the clock. 15 seconds left on the shot clock. And Rich is going to shoot from the free throw line. In and out, Freilich the board. Up the right side to Rowe. Back in the hands of Grove. Now gives it back to Rowe. Rowe used his dribble, now finds Skinner. Nice feed to Grove, breaking up the lane, and Rashad Rich has fouled out of the game. Rich fouls out with 3:19 to play. And with 4 points. Very pesky little defensive player. Handles the ball well, runs the offense well. Not a real key offensively for as far as points go, but he does spark the offense with his ball handling and playmaking. But real quick defensively. So Rich fouls out of the game with 4 points. So Aaron Grove goes to the free throw line where he is 1 for 1 today. He has 7 points and he'll shoot 2. 3:19 to go. Spartans down by 15. They got to within 5 with 2 minutes to go in the first half after having trailed by 18. But then Minneapolis was able to kick that lead back up to 12 into the locker room at halftime. And they have led by as many as 22 here in the second half. It's now a 14-point lead as Grove hit the free throw, looking for his 9th point now. And there it is. 9 points for Aaron Grove. Mace is back in. Retzlaff is in. Jareds and Skinner. 2-2-1 full court press now by the Spartans as they try to cause some problems for Minneapolis. Fire it ahead over the line. Bonner works a dribble near side. Spartans trail by 13. They're going to have to start fouling here. Put them on the line. Oh, on the drive into the lane. Bonner up the lane, and Bonner is fouled by Jareds. And Bonner will shoot 2. James Bonner, 2 out of 4 from the line. He has 14 points. Jareds picks up his first personal foul. That's team foul number 8. When you get to 10, of course, it's a 2-shot foul. Now Bonner averages 10 a game, but he has 14. And the free throw is in and out, no good. 3 minutes, 3 seconds remaining. Spartans trail by 13. Second one on the way, and that one's no good, and Jareds gets the rebound. To Mace, up the floor for Skinner, and knocked away, and a foul on Dahl is going to put Skinner at the line for 2 shots. And Andrew Dahl has 4. Fritz Skinner has hit all 4 of his free throw attempts today, and he has 11 points. And now Fritz will shoot 2 with 2:59 to go. Fritz can get a couple down here. It'll be an 11-point game. Skinner's free throw is up and good. The Spartans, for the most part, have hit their free throws today. They're 9 out of 12 in the second half. We're 6 of 9 in the first half, so they are 15 for 21 shooting free throws. 16 for 22. Grove comes in. Skinner comes out. That's 13 now for Fritz. And it's 83-72 with under 3 minutes to go. The Spartans lead it by 11 points. Right side, they break the press. Into the lane, the ball knocked away and out of bounds. Last touched by Minneapolis off Tony Morrow. Marauders have 16 turnovers. Spartans have the ball. Amundsen into Mace. Mace will dribble it out of the backcourt. And he's going to set and shoot that long 3. It's short, but Jareds underneath, and he missed it. Ball came right to Jareds, and he did not control it. Now here's Bonner. Nice lead feed. Missed shot, though, by Morrow. Jareds ahead right side to Grove. 2.5 minutes to play. Spartans trail by 11. Mace way downtown with that one. That's short of everything and out of bounds. Jareds is going to come out. Skinner's back in. Well, the Spartans need to drain one of those 3s. It's an 11-point game. Anything can happen in this game. 2:20 to go. Ask Retz about the Wilmer game several years ago, and his team was ahead by 13 with less than 2 minutes to play and lost. It's one of the not-so-favorite stories. But it's always a reminder that you're not out of it. Right side, Holman penetrating, dishing. Spartans need to put him on the line now. It's under 2. Right side, Holman to the corner. Morrow driving in all the way to the lane. Underhand, way up good. Morrow with the basket. He's got 19, and the lead is back to 13. Here's Skinner. Skinner at the top. Goes up for the shot against Dahl. Missed it. Gets his own rebound and is fouled by Morrow. Morrow picks up his 3rd. Skinner will shoot 2. Fritz, 6 out of 6 from the free throw line. And he has 13 points, and he'll get 2 more free throws here. Fritz showed some great hustle there. First, he was going for the 3. Andrew Dahl denied the 3. But he leaned under Andrew, missed the shot, followed, got his own rebound, and in the process was fouled. He misses the free throw. 85-72, 1:43 to go. Mike Rose going to check back in. 85-73. As Skinner hits the second one. Rowe is in. Mace comes out. Dahl will pass the ball in. Dahl's pass to Rod Johnson. Johnson being pressured now. Knocked away by Skinner. Amundsen picks up the ball. Ahead to Rowe, right side. Back out, Amundsen shooting from the top, and he doesn't get the drop. Rebound, Rowe up in traffic, and Mike Rowe hits it. That's 8 points for Rowe. And now it's 85-75 with a minute 20 to go. Left side, Holman holding the ball. He drives and is fouled. Aaron Grove picks up the personal. No, Mike Rowe picks up the personal. Rowe's got his second.
19th foul.
And David Holman will go to the line. He'll shoot the 1-and-1. 9th team foul against the Spartans. Spartans want a timeout here. Timeout taken by the Spartans. A minute 17 remains. Well, the Spartans have battled back from a 22-point deficit. They are down by 10, but they're running out of time. A minute 17 to go in the ball game. David Holman on the line for the front end of the 1-and-1. Holman shot in the air. That's good. 11-point lead for Minneapolis. Spartans were within 5 with 2 minutes to go in the first half. Minneapolis able to get that lead up to 12 before the half and led by 22 at one time here in the second half. Second shot won't drop. Amundsen gets the rebound. Ahead to Grove. Grove gets it to Rowe. Now to Skinner. Cuts up the lane. Skinner will hit the shot, but it will not count because he was fouled on the drive, and he'll shoot 2. Foul on Morrow is his 4th. So now Fritz Skinner to the line once again. Fritz has hit 7 out of 8 from the line. He has 14 points in the ball game. Had only 3 at halftime. And there is his 15th.